This is part 3 from the chapter Deja Vu of Linda Goodman's book, The Star Signs. This is a verbatim reproduction, and this is on the law of karma. The law of karma is based solidly upon the rock of Newton's law of cause and effect. For every action, there is a reaction. John hurts Mary, and Mary, in a future existence, meets John in a new body with a different name, sometimes a different sex, and hurts John back through a dim awareness on a subconscious level, not a conscious level, that he formerly hurt her. Then comes a new lifetime for both, and now it's John's turn to hurt Mary again. Then Mary's to hurt John again, with each becoming the channel for the other's boomerang karma in a chain of dreary, seemingly endless lives, incarnations. Now, such a chain of karma can be broken in only two ways. One, the one most recently hurt in a previous existence is John. He is enlightened to the truth of karmic law and refuses to be the continuing channel for Mary's karma. He realizes that his inexplicable urge to hurt her is somehow coming to her. He senses it subconsciously. But he makes a conscious decision to refuse to become a channel for her karmic retribution, what she has coming under karmic law. In effect, Mary is forgiven by John and the chain of karma breaks. Mary is fortunate. A broken karmic chain brings freedom to both people who have been linked to it. The second way to break this chain is John is not yet sufficiently enlightened to behave as described in the previous paragraph. But Mary is enlightened to the truth of karmic law and responds to the hurt inflicted on her by John by saying to herself and meaning it, "What must I have done to this person to cause him to hurt me so? I have done nothing to cause such hurt in this life. But I must have hurt him in a former life, or I wouldn't be in this position. I can experience no luck, good or bad, that I did not bring on myself by initiating a like action in a former incarnation. Therefore, I only deserve this. I not only deserve this, but perhaps more." Mary, therefore, in other words, is willing to pay her karmic debt gracefully and willingly, without bitterness or resentment. Once Mary has accepted the hurt as her own responsibility and holds no resentment to plant itself in the seed atom of the heart, and therefore be retained in subconscious memory in the next life, She has broken the chain of karma through a different kind of forgiveness, through an understanding that will be carried over to the next existence when she meets John again. That's how it works. So the karmic chain can be broken by either one of the two people bound by it. And of course, you have karmic ties with many people, not just one. It can be broken either by the potential giver of the karma or by the potential receiver of the karma. Remember, you have no luck, either good or bad, that you don't deserve because of your actions, whether in this life or in an earlier one. Every action set in motion will remain in motion until it is negated by a balancing of the laws of cause and effect, a leveling of the karmic debt. It's inescapable. In a moment, I'll give you another example of how to balance your karma. What causes all the confusion is forgetfulness. Karmic amnesia is a tragic thing. To learn from past experience requires some remembered knowledge of the lessons of that past experience. The word memory contains the two words more and me. If you could only remember more, you would have more of yourself. It's been said that just the belief in reincarnation will gradually bring the memory of past lives as a gift to an illuminated spirit. However, you must become illuminated to receive the gift of karmic memory, capable of tuning in and out of memory selectively. I mean, just as you might tune in or out of a radio station or a television channel. Otherwise, chaos would result in the mind and brain, leading to insanity. Imagine how it would be if you could not tune in a radio station or television channel selectively and all stations or channels were bombarding you simultaneously. You would hear and see nothing but senseless and frightening chaotic confusion. That's why, at your current level of evolvement, you're protected from such certain insanity of simultaneous karmic memory. And that's done by a form of spiritual amnesia. Until you begin to vibrate on a very high enough frequency to be able to be selective in karmic recall. The pattern of karma is not difficult to grasp. What is the mysterious force set into motion by your actions? Karma. How is this force controlled and directed? By the higher angel of yourself, the teacher in your spiritual classroom. How do you break the chain of karma? By getting in touch with your own higher self, by tuning in as to a radio station or television channel on the right frequency. How do you accomplish this? Through electromagnetic energy, magnetic attraction. So, where do you obtain this energy? From desire, through intense wanting, needing, seeking, desiring. Intense desire creates an energy wave that joins others on the same frequency level, and varying degrees of enlightenment occur. So now it's going to be balancing the scales of karma. Once again, seek the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The first steps towards seeking the truth are wanting, wishing, needing, desiring. Reading all the books on the subject of karma and reincarnation you can find. If your desire to know is sincere and intense, not just idle curiosity, then you will begin to experience flashes of deja vu that can lead you into the realms of self discovery you need in order to selectively remember long ago and far away. You will have ordained such memory. You will have ordained such karmic recall, and you will get it. Ask and you shall receive. It's that simple. It may seem like a non sequitur, but it is, in fact, so simple that it is often difficult to grasp unless you become as a little child. The requirement given by the Galilean to enter the kingdom of your higher self. It won't happen immediately, but it'll happen. And it will be an exciting surprise when it happens. You will see it. The time is swiftly approaching in this Aquarian age for all karmic circles to complete themselves, for all twin selves, separated so many eons ago, and now to find each other and unite again in perfect oneness, bringing about the ultimate harmony of the universe. The time will soon come when clear and total recall, vivid images of deja vu, will replace current karmic amnesia. And memories of paths once walked together will be brought into sharp focus by choice, so that everyone might visit long forgotten, precious events of the past lives. The time mission, envisioned by H.G. Wells, is not a scientific instrument, not an invention accomplished through the laws of physics, but a method of travel within yourself, built upon the laws of metaphysics, beyond physics. As Wells himself wrote, the day will come when we shall walk again in vanished scenes, stretch painted limbs we thought were dust, and then feel the sunshine of 1,000,000 years ago. Meanwhile, until you train yourself to receive flashes of former lives and are successful in achieving this from time to time, there is an effective alternate way to balance your karma. First, when something severely negative happens to you, realize that you inflicted the same kind of suffering on someone, most likely that same person, in a previous existence, or you would not be receiving it now. Accept full responsibility for the negative situation, even though it appears on the surface that you are innocent of causing it. Remove from your mind and heart all bitterness and resentment towards the giver of the hurt, and know that he or she is merely the channel for this particular karma which you set into motion yourself in a former life. Never mind that you can't now remember doing so. Such total and sincere acceptance, you see, it must be genuine and deeply felt, not just an act. So, such total and sincere acceptance will, of itself alone, considerably lighten the burden of the particular karma that you are experiencing. And you will sense it right away. Often, the person will seem confused or vaguely ashamed and stop the negative action either immediately or gradually. Let's go ahead with the next steps in our next session on balancing the scales of karma. Thank you so much for hearing. Good night.